The skeletal system. The skeletal system in an adult has over 206 bones. I will be building the skeletal system using the large bones of the body, and I will also indicate whether they are part of the exoskeletal group or the appendicular skeletal group. The first bone we will start with will be the cranium or the skull. The cranium encloses and protects the brain and the eyes. Exoskeletal group. The next bone is the mandible. The mandible or the lower jawbone is the largest and strongest bone in the face. It is a part of the exoskeletal group. Next we have the vertebral column or the vertebral column. It extends down the midline from the base of the skull to the pelvis. The main function is to protect the spinal cord, and it is a part of the exoskeletal group. Next we have the rib cage. There are 12 pairs of ribs forming a protective cage for the heart and lungs. The first 7 pairs are attached to the sternum directly and are referred to as the true ribs. The false ribs refer to those that are indirectly attached to the sternum. The 11th and 12th pairs of ribs are called floating ribs. They do not and are not attached to the sternum at all. The rib cage is a part of the exoskeletal system. Next we'll have the sacrum. The sacrum is a triangular bone at the base of the spine. It connects with the last vertebra of the vertebral column and the coccyx. It's a part of the exoskeletal group. Next we will have in place the coccyx or tailbone, and it is the last segment of the vertebral column. It is a part of the exoskeletal group. That completes our exoskeletal group. Now we will begin to place the bones that are part of the appendicular skeletal group. Start with the scapula. The scapula is a flat triangular bone located in the back of the shoulder. The clavicle. The collarbone or clavicle helps to stabilize the shoulder joint. It is attached to the scapula at one end and the sternum at the other end. It is a part of the appendicular skeleton. Next we have the humerus bone. It fits into the scapula to form the shoulder joint. It is a part of the appendicular skeleton. group. The radius. The radius is one of the bones in the lower arm. It is a part of the appendicular skeletal group. We have the ulna bone. It is the second bone that's located in the lower arm. Let's place the carpals. The carpus contains a group of 8 bones that are called the carpal bones. They join the radius to the hand. The joint allows the hand to be bent forward in a flexible position or bent backwards in an extension position or from side to side. Next, we place the metacarpals. It is the bone sets between the carpals and phalanges, the 5 metacarpal bones. They join the phalanges at the metacarpal phalangeal joint. The first metacarpal between the wrist and thumb is particularly mobile, allowing the thumb a wide range of movement. It's a part of the appendicular skeletal along with the carpals. Next, you have the phalanges. There are the finger bones. They are a part of the appendicular skeletal. Next, we're going to place the pelvis. The pelvis bones form a basin which holds the pelvic organs. They are also form the pelvic girdle, which provide connection points for the lower limbs. Next, we have the femur. The femur or thigh bone is the largest and strongest bone in the body. It is a part of the appendicular skeletal group. We have the tibia or the shin bone. It's the second largest bone in the body after the femur. The tibia and the femur connects at the knee joint. Let's place the fibula. The fibula or calf bone provides the tibia with support through ligament connection. The tibia and the fibula is a part of the appendicular skeleton group. We have the patella. The patella is a triangle-shaped bone that makes up the kneecap. The tarsals are 7 irregular shaped bones in the back half of the foot and the ankle are referred to as the tarsal bones. They are separated from each other by joints, which allow gliding movement to occur between them. The patella, the tarsals, tibia, and fibula bones are a part of the appendicular skeleton. Next we have the metatarsals. They form the joints with the tarsals and the phalanges. The phalanges are the toe bones. The big toe only has 2 phalanges, while the other toes have 3 phalanges each. And the final bone that we will place is a part of the axle skeleton, and it is the sternum. That completes the building of the skeletal, the skeleton system. And the sternum is a part of the axle skeleton system.